What's going on, guys? Your fellow Cafetero Norte here, and welcome back to another video. Long time, guys, long time. But today we have a spicy one. Today we're doing literally the last minute predictions to the World Cup. Like, the World Cup's about to start in an hour 15 from the time we're recording. But we're gonna do the predictions of this World Cup. The reason I waited so long is because I want to see all the friendly games so I can make the best prediction I can, and I'm pretty confident I have that. We'll see. There's a lot of interesting games, a lot of ways it can go, but without further ado, let's get into the match. The format, get into the video. The format that we're gonna do today is we're gonna look at all the scores. I'm gonna be predicting all the scores in the group stage, and then from there, we'll look at the brackets. And I'm not gonna predict the scores there, but I'm gonna predict who I think is gonna go through in the brackets. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's do this. So we go with the first match day, which is today. Literally in an hour is about to happen. We got my first prediction, which is the opener, Mexico versus South Africa. I think Mexico wins it 2-1. This is an interesting game because it's a rematch of the 2010 opener when South Africa won with 3-1, where it was a great game. But I think the tables will turn as Mexico is a great side in this current moment, and they're taking it very seriously. They're taking this tournament very seriously. So I think they will get the win. The second match coming up later in the day at 10 p.m. Well, at least Eastern time, it's gonna be South Korea versus Czech Republic, Czechia. Very, very hard game to predict. I think both teams are quite evenly matched, but as you can see, my prediction, I have Czechia winning 1-0 against South Korea. The only reason I say that is because I can see this being a tie or going either way. It's just that I think Czechia is a hard team to beat, and overall, I think they would get the decisive goal. Maybe Schick scores it, but it's gonna be a close game nonetheless. I just think Czechia, they top it. They end up winning the match. Without further ado, let's go into the next match day. We have match day number 2. We have the second opener, Canada versus Bosnia. I'm going to the game, by the way, so look out for a vlog or some sort of content coming from that game. But as you can see, I have Canada making history in the World Cup that we're hosting. 1-0 against Bosnia. I know this is a little bit iffy. I could also see Bosnia tying us. Bosnia is a hard team to beat, but Canada, they have shown me in many ways. I know they struggle with certain things like scoring goals, and then they also concede quite a few iffy chances. But Canada overall is a great team, a very hard team to play against, and I think they will at home in the home crowd. For the first match, I think they will win the match 1-0 against Bosnia. Again, I can see it going both ways, maybe a tie, but I think Canada will do it. Hopefully, they will meet with me in attendance. The second game, as you can see there, that's a little bit of controversy. It's a little bit of controversy, and I was very tempted to change the scoreline to 2-1 USA, especially with Enciso out, but I think Paraguay's a hard team to beat nonetheless, and USA might struggle. Well, it's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a hard game. I could see USA winning again. I think they have a great team. They're both good teams, but I think it'll be a tie. Paraguay's a hard team for anybody to beat. Oh, your first piece of controversy, but stay tuned. US is still a great team, and you'll see. I have them doing pretty well. Then we have Saturday games. We have the first game, Switzerland versus Qatar. I think Switzerland win that pretty comfortably. Switzerland's a great team. Qatar is also not a bad team, but it's gonna be difficult for them to get any wins or even any results. I think even in a group that's not that difficult, they can most kind of get a result. But against Switzerland, I think Switzerland will get the job done. And they're a good team. They showed well. They did pretty well in the friendlies. So yeah. And then Brazil Morocco, the first probably the best game so far. What a game, Brazil Morocco! And as you can see, I got Brazil just edging it, but that's gonna be a close game. And I think Brazil is a good team. They're doing very well. They're very well coached. They have a good team, young team, and I think they could surprise a lot of people. But this game, yeah, this gonna be a great game. I think Brazil just edge it. Morocco is also a great team that can go very far. I don't know if they're gonna go as far as they did last World Cup, which was obviously tremendous. Good for them. We can see the next game, Haiti Scotland. Potentially could be a bigger score for Scotland, but I want to give Haiti their flowers. They did pretty well in the friendlies. A little bit iffy. They destroyed New Zealand 4-1 or 4-0, which was ridiculous. And then they lost to Peru, which is not a great result, but they're winning most of the game. And friendlies don't tell the whole tale. But yeah, I think Haiti might struggle. And Scotland's a great team. They've had 2 phenomenal friendlies. I might potentially change this to a 3-1 to Scotland, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I think Scotland do win it. we'll go to the next day, which is Sunday. Sunday we have a few other really good games. The first one being Turkey versus Australia, which I think is a pretty even match. I think Australia is a hard team for anybody to beat, but again, I think their style of play is a bit iffy. They're very defensive. I don't know if they have the that edge to really do anything in the tournament. That's bad to say, but we'll see. Again, I have Turkey winning 1-0 against Australia. It would be a difficult game for Turkey, and Turkey I think they're a great team, but they just struggle. They struggle to score goals or to win games decisively. So that's only my only critique for Turkey. But I think they will win that match. You see the next match I have Curacao versus Germany. Again, no disrespect to Curacao. I think Curacao is a solid team, and I think they will show decent things in the World Cup. But Germany is a powerhouse, and they'll have a good team this year. They'll do pretty well. They'll go pretty far. So I have them winning 3-0. The next game is probably another really good game and a hard one. I might be doing Japan disrespect. Like I gotta see more of their game, but Netherlands is again a powerhouse, and I think they might just edge it. They struggled a little bit in the last in their friendlies, but I think they'll get it done in the World Cup, and in the opener against Japan, they're just gonna edge it. Japan is a great team, and I can see them going another way. Another great game, the Ivory Coast Ecuador. Ivory Coast who upset France. They beat them in their game 2-1. Again, friendlies don't tell all, but they're in good form. They're a good team. They have many really good players. Ecuador, another really good team, a hard team to beat, and I can see them going very far. I hope they would go very far, and I expect them to do pretty well. But this game, it's gonna be a close game, and I can see them. I see them tying 1-1. That's the second tie I have so far. But yeah, good result. And then to end off this day, we have Sweden, Tunisia. Tunisia, another team I think is going to be hard to beat for anybody, but I think they're going to struggle getting points or doing anything in the tournament. The first match, I have them losing to Sweden, but a hard fought match, only 1-0. Sweden, good team, could do good things, but we'll have to see. Spain, we go to the next day, Monday, June 15th. The first game is Spain versus Cabo Verde, and I think Cabo Verde they had a few good friendlies, and they intrigue me. I think they might do better than what most people expect, but I don't think they're going to do very well. And against Spain, arguably the best team in the world right now, one of the best teams, a 3-1 result. That's what I got. Belgium, a team that impressed me in the friendlies, had two very good friendlies, and they're showing me that they might be back. They have some good players. They have some good youngsters, a good system. So I'm impressed. Egypt, I watched the game against Brazil. Egypt is also a solid team, but again against Belgium, I don't think they'll do much. It's gonna be a 2-0 win for Belgium in my opinion. We have Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, another team that impressed me during the friendlies, but they have a decently hard group, and yeah, it's gonna be hard for the first match against Uruguay. Uruguay, iffy, maybe a tie here, but I think Uruguay is gonna win it. They got it. And then Iran, New Zealand. New Zealand was not very impressive at all during the friendlies. We're gonna have to see what they do. I think they're gonna struggle, especially after seeing that game against Haiti. Oof, that was not great. I have Iran winning 2-1, and Iran, a team to look out for, and a very interesting team with everything going on in terms of like the drama with the World Cup. But we'll see. I think Iran's gonna do well, and they're gonna win the first match against New Zealand. This is this is the best group. But going to Tuesday, June 16th, we have a banger of a game, France versus Senegal, and as you can see, my prediction is not what people would expect. I don't think, but especially with Senegal not having the greatest friendlies. They lost to USA and then had a tie. I'm pretty sure to an okay team. But I do think they're a hard team to beat. They have a good team, and another day they could do anything. I think they're gonna do very well against France. They're a hard matchup for France, I feel like, and it's gonna be a 2-2 tie. We'll see what happens, but of course France could win it any day, and I could also see Senegal pull an upset, especially because France maybe they choke on big occasions or a little bit nonchalant at times. So we'll see. Norway, Iraq. Norway just a hard team for anybody, especially with the size they have in attack, and I think they're a very strong team. They did very well in the qualifications, the qualifiers, and then they had that game against Morocco where I think in the first half they were the worst team, but in the second half they showed that they're a good team, and I think in the World Cup they were gonna show a lot of attacking prowess. In Iraq, unfortunately, they have the hardest group. I think they're a good team, but they just have the hardest group, so they're gonna lose 3-1. And then the last game for this day is Argentina, Algeria. I think Argentina They beat Algeria, although it's gonna be a hard game, and Algeria's a good team. I can see Algeria also tying it, but ultimately I think Argentina's gonna do it, especially because they're they do well in tournament settings. Even though the last World Cup they lost their first match to Saudi Arabia, so the same thing could happen. But I have Argentina winning. We go to the next day, Wednesday, June 17th, and this is the last day of match day one. So the first game I have Austria beating Jordan 2-1. Jordan, not that they're a bad team, but they don't have enough to go to do anything in this World Cup. After watching what they did against Colombia, I think maybe could have conceded a goal or two, but they were they were comfortable in the match, and they also lost to Switzerland 4-1. So I don't know, it's gonna be hard. And Austria is a solid team, so they're gonna win 2-0. That's what my prediction is. The next game, Portugal, the the Republic of Congo, which is gonna be a hard game. I think Congo is a hard team, and they scare me. They kind of scare me. But after seeing their friendlies, the first friendly was quite impressive, tying 0-0 to Denmark, even though Denmark's not in the World Cup. And then the second result, playing Chile, which both teams actually played. Portugal beat Chile 2-1, and then Congo they lost to Chile 2-1. So after that, I'm a little bit less bullish on Congo, but nonetheless, I think Congo is a great team, and they're gonna prove difficult for any team to beat. So I only have a 2-1 win over Congo for Portugal, but Portugal win it. The next an amazing game again, England versus Croatia, and both teams are great teams and they show up in tournaments. But I think overall England has a little bit too much quality for Croatia, and they're gonna edge it. So win 2-1 is my prediction, and yeah, I think that's fair. Ghana Panama, I think is a good game. Ghana have quite a good team as well. This is a very hard group, but yeah, I think Ghana's a little bit better than Panama, and will just slightly beat them. It's gonna be a hard game, but they're gonna beat them. And then we have the last game of this day, which is Colombia Uzbekistan. Maybe this is a little bit too much bias, but I did watch Canada versus Uzbekistan, and although Uzbekistan is quite solid, they did concede a few too many chances against Canada, and they also could have scored a few chances. They missed them. So I do think they can pose a threat against Colombia, but Colombia, from what I saw against Canada, they have a few too many holes in the back. Even though Kusanov is a fantastic player, I think Colombia can take advantage of that, and they're gonna. I have a 3-1, although it could be lower, but a 3-1 win is what my prediction is. We go to the next day, June 18th. So this is the next match day number two. We start off with Czechia versus South Africa. As I said in the first match day, I think South Africa's gonna be a hard team for anyone to beat, but Czechia is also the same thing, and they're just gonna edge it. They play European competition, so they're used to this kind of adversity. I think they got it. I think they got it. So 1-0 win I have, and then Switzerland Bosnia, a very hard game, an important game for I think Bosnia especially, but I think Switzerland has a little bit too much quality, and they're gonna beat Bosnia, even though it's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a close game. And then I have Canada versus Qatar. I think Qatar's gonna put up a good fight against Canada. But Canada ultimately at home, especially too, and this is a must-win game, no matter what. No matter what happens in the first leg, I think Canada's gonna do it in Vancouver. So a 2-1 win for Canada, I have, and then Mexico South Korea, another really good game. But Mexico's again, in my personal opinion, looking very very solid, and I think they're gonna do pretty well in this tournament. They're taking it very seriously. South Korea again have a good result, but I think Mexico is gonna be a hard team to beat no matter what. So I have them winning 2-1. The next game, U.S. The second game for U.S. against Australia. So this is match day. This is second match day, but June 19th. I think USA at home. Again, they're a great team. I think just hard to beat Paraguay. Australia is another really hard team to beat, but I don't think they're gonna pose enough threat. And then after the result that USA gets against Paraguay in these predictions, so after they tie, I think they're gonna come guns blazing and try and do their best because they're also a really good team. So I think they could beat anybody on their day, and they had really good friendlies. So I think they're gonna top this and win 2-0 against Australia. Although it could be a tie, Australia also they can pull an upset. They always pull an upset, or they do sometimes at least. And we have another good game, Scotland Morocco. Scotland again from this friendlies, they're looking very 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 solid. But Morocco is a really good team, and they've been in many tournaments, have good experience under this kind of pressure, and I think they're gonna edge it, so they're gonna beat Scotland, just top it, 2-1. Although it could be a tie. Although I do think Morocco's gonna win it, so you got it. Brazil versus Haiti. I think Brazil has too much quality for Haiti, and they're ultimately gonna win 3-1. But Haiti's gonna put up a good fight. Just yeah, Brazil wins. And the next game, Turkey Paraguay, another really hard game for Paraguay. And again, Paraguay's a hard team to beat. Turkey, I think maybe he's the best on paper in this whole group, but Paraguay's gonna prove hard to beat, and it's gonna be another a 1-1 tie, so 2 ties for Paraguay in my predictions. Um, see how it goes. Then we go to the next match day, which is June 20th. Then we have another banger game, Netherlands versus Sweden, and this is a close game. I have Netherlands just winning it. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a hard fought match. I can see also Sweden doing good, but I think Netherlands just is a little bit too good for Sweden, and they're gonna get the win. Germany, Ivory Coast, a hard game. As we saw, Ivory Coast can beat the top teams as they beat France, but against Germany in the World Cup, I think Germany's gonna get it just done. But it's gonna be a close game, a good game. Many goals, as we can see, 3-2, 3-2 results what I got. And the last game for this day, I have Ecuador beating Curacao. Ecuador is defensively one of the best teams in the whole World Cup, and I think they're gonna get enough chances and finish enough chances to pull off this game. But it's again, I think every game in the World Cup is gonna be pretty difficult. Um, we go to the next day, Sunday, June 21st, and we got Japan versus Tunisia. I got Japan beating Tunisia 3-1. Although I mentioned it previously, Tunisia gonna be a hard team for anybody to beat. But Japan, after the first result, after losing the Netherlands, they're gonna have to win this game, and they're gonna come out. Japan is a very solid team, so I think they're gonna get the win. We have Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, again, as I mentioned previously, I'm very impressed with them in the friendlies, but Spain just has too much. I think Saudi Arabia is gonna show some good football, but uh, in the end, there's gonna be too many chances for Spain to exploit, and they're gonna do it. Belgium versus Iran. Belgium again, really solid team. Been playing very well. I think they beat Iran, even though Iran is a good team. But 3-1 is my prediction for that one. Uruguay versus Cape Verde or Cabo Verde. I have Uruguay winning that one 2-1. Although it's gonna be a close game, and Cape Verde is gonna make it scary at times. It's gonna make it pretty scary, I think, in that game. Make it a little nervy. And then we have Egypt, New Zealand. Yeah, again, I'm not New Zealand after the friendlies. I'm not too high on them, so I think they're gonna struggle. And Egypt, I think, is just gonna they're gonna end up this. They're gonna end up with the win. 1-0 is my prediction. We go to the next day, June 22nd. Argentina versus Australia. I think this is gonna be a very hard game. Austria is a hard team to beat, but I think Argentina, with their experience and the players they have, they're just they're gonna win it 1-0, just about. We got France, Iraq. Again, Iraq, poor Iraq, man. They have the hardest group. Yeah, France after an upset of in my prediction, having a 2-2 draw against the Senegal, they're gonna have to come back with the bang, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna win 3-0. That's my prediction against Iraq. Poor Iraq, but Iraq is a good team, and they're gonna make it a little difficult to get the 3 goals, I guess. Norway versus Senegal, banger game. Important for both teams to get a result, but I think Norway is gonna prove too difficult again. They have so much physical. They have so much physical threat, like so many tall players, so many good players. Holland is just scary for any team to play against, and it's only him. They have just a good team. The defense is a little iffy, but I think with their physical size, they will be difficult for any team. And I have them beating Senegal 3-2. Although Senegal, again, not the best friendlies, but they can beat any team on any given day. So they'll make it hard, but 3-2 is my prediction for this game. Good game. And then we have the last game for this day, Algeria versus Jordan. I have Algeria beating Jordan. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Jordan. And Algeria is a good team. They had 2 really good friendly matches. So yeah, 3-1 is what I got. We have the last day of match day 2. We start off with Portugal, Uzbekistan, and I think Portugal is gonna show their quality. They're just gonna show their quality, dominate the match. It's gonna be hard for Uzbekistan to get any chances, and I don't think they score any chances. So 3-0 is my prediction. England Ghana, great match, but I think England again is gonna show their quality over Ghana. So a 3-1 prediction is my 3-1 is my prediction. Croatia has to come back after the first match losing to England, and well, that's my predictions, right? And I think they come back do well against Panama. It's gonna be hard for Panama in this group. This is just a really difficult group. They're gonna play the hardest, do well, but Croatia's ultimately gonna win this, in my personal opinion. And then Congo versus Colombia, the game I'm most nervous about. Colombia needs to win their first 2 matches. No matter what, they need to win their first 2 matches. This game is gonna be super duper difficult, but I think Colombia just gets it. 1-0, 1-0. Both teams are gonna have many chances, but Colombia ultimately gets the chance. Maybe a late winner, but yeah, that's what I got. Then we go start off match day 3. Yeah, man, yeah. We start off match day 3, and then we have Switzerland, Canada. Another game I'm going to, so look out for a vlog. And as you the scoreline may be a little iffy for some people. Some people may be like, oh, what the hell? I know bias is involved, but I think Canada's a hard team to beat nonetheless, and I think they can get a result against Switzerland. Honestly, I do think so, especially at home. Especially at home, I think Canada's a hard team to beat. So I got a 2-2 result. Yeah, I mean, comment down below if you agree with that or not. But that's my prediction. Bosnia beat Qatar. Qatar again gonna make it difficult, but Bosnia are gonna get the result in the end. They could even score even more, but it's gonna be an interesting game. I do think Bosnia is a better team, and they get the result. And Scotland Brazil, another good game. Scotland had a this is a hard group. This is a very hard group, but I have Brazil beating Scotland 2-0. Again, Brazil right now is looking very good in my personal opinion. I think they're gonna be hard for anybody to beat. So yeah, 2-0. We have Morocco beating Haiti 3-1. Again, Haiti, poor Haiti in such a hard group, but again, Morocco's a great team, and they're gonna show just their quality above Haiti. Haiti's gonna impress quite a few people, I believe. And then we have the last game of Mexico for the group stage against Czechia, a very difficult game, probably their most difficult game in my personal opinion. Again, I have Czechia winning both their first matches. But Mexico at home and again playing very well, have a good team. I think they're gonna beat Czechia. So 1-0 is my what I think. And then similarly to all the other results, I think South Africa is extremely hard to beat, and is they're gonna pose a threat to anybody. But I think South Korea is a little bit better, and they're gonna get the result ultimately. Yeah, so we'll go to the next day, Thursday, June 25th. We have Ecuador, Germany. It's gonna be a hard fought battle. Ecuador, best defensive team, and I think they're gonna keep Germany at bay, but also not score many goals. So this is the first 0-0 result in the whole video that I think is gonna happen. But yeah, 0-0. I think it's gonna be a hard game. But Ecuador is gonna pull off a decent result. And then we have Curacao versus Ivory Coast. Again, Curacao, I don't think they're a bad team, but they're put in a hard situation. Ivory Coast, a very good team, especially in the attack. I think they get it 3-1. Then we got Tunisia, Netherlands. Netherlands already in my predictions winning the two matches. I think they're gonna rotate a little bit, and as I mentioned many times, Tunisia I think is a difficult team to beat, and they're gonna get a result in the last day, get a 1-1, so they get at least some points. On Japan versus Sweden, this is a difficult match, but I think Japan is just slightly better team, and I think they will get the result, especially them being in these tournaments many times, having much experience. Um, Although I think I could see Sweden pulling up and winning the match. But overall, I think Japan got it. They have this, and then the next match, a good match. USA they end up their group. They end off their group by beating Turkey at home. I This gonna be a hard one. I mean, Turkey again. I think on paper is the best team, but they struggle, in my personal opinion, playing as a team or getting results. And then USA, I do think is playing very well, and ultimately they will do well in the tournament, especially being at home. So I have them beating Turkey 2-1 to end off the group stage, and then Paraguay, Australia. Again, Australia is a hard team for anybody to beat. Paraguay, as I've been saying throughout the whole video, I think everyone's gonna struggle with them. Like at least in this group, especially. So I think they go through pretty well by beating Australia 1-0. It's gonna be a hard game, very hard game, but I think they do it. And then we have Friday, June 26th, France versus Norway. What a game! What a game! Um, I've been saying this throughout the whole thing. Norway's gonna be hard for anybody, but I think France just has too much quality, and they're gonna show it. They're gonna beat Norway 3-2. It's gonna be a good game, 3-2. And then Senegal, Iraq, poor Iraq once again, but yeah, Senegal wins 3-1. Just the way it goes, unfortunately for Iraq. Spain, Uruguay. I think it could be even more goals for Spain, but Uruguay is not a pushover when it comes defensively, and they tend to get results. But I think Spain will ultimately win 2-0. And then this result changed. I originally had them tying, but Saudi Arabia after this past friendly after the past friendly matches, I have them actually winning this game against Cape Verde. Although I could see a tie. Cape Verde has impressed me as well. New Zealand versus Belgium. I only have New Zealand getting any points because Belgium already won their two matches in my predictions, and I think they will rest a little bit, rest a few players, and be less incentivized to get the result. And I think New Zealand will end up being very incentivized, especially this being the last game to get the result. So I think a 2-2. And then Iran versus Egypt, a very close game. I could see it going either way or it being a tie, but I think Iran just is a little bit better and will come on top in the end. And then Saturday, June 27th. This is the last game of all group stages, of all group stage matches. So we'll see. We have Panama versus England. I think England again, the best team in the group, and even with the maybe even a slightly rotated team, I think they will get the job done against Panama. Unfortunately, Panama, I don't think they have enough to do it, even though they had decent friendlies, but yeah, I don't think so. And then Croatia, this is gonna be a hard game against Ghana. Both teams will want this result, but I think Croatia will ultimately just get the result. Doing it, and then Colombia, Portugal. Maybe both teams rotate. I could see Colombia taking it very seriously, but either way, it's gonna be a hard match. This is maybe a little biased too. I could also see Portugal beating us, but I do think we tied 2-2. It's gonna be a hard game. And then Congo, Uzbekistan, very important match for both of those. Again, I'm more scared about Congo, and I think Congo has more quality on paper than Uzbekistan. I think they will get the result and beat Uzbekistan 2-1. And then we have Jordan, Argentina. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be hard for Jordan to beat any team, honestly. And especially against Argentina, the reigning champions. Argentina, I think, are going to do very well in the group stage, as you can see. 4-1 for me, in my personal opinion. And then we have Algeria, Austria. Um, two very even teams, I think. I think both teams are very good. So I could see it going either way, like either team getting a result, but I do think it's gonna be a draw. 1-1 is what I got. So those are all my results for the group stage. How does that pan out in the actual groups? Okay, so that leaves the groups like this. Group A has Mexico topping it, winning all their games, 9 points, 3 goal difference, and then we have Czech Republic coming second. So Czechia, with 2 wins, 6 points. South Korea winning one match, -1 goal difference. We'll see how that goes for the third place teams. Group B, I have Switzerland and Canada both on 7 points, but Switzerland topping the group with a bigger goal difference. Bosnia coming in third with a -1 goal difference, also 3 points. So we'll see if they make it. And Brazil topping the group topping the group with 9 points, and then Morocco 6 points. Scotland coming third with 3 points, -2. So I mean less than both other groups. I don't know. Well, I know, but we'll see if they make it for you guys' sake. Yeah. And then the next group we have United States topping the group with 7 points. Paraguay 5 points. Not undefeated still, undefeated the whole group stage, but they got 5 points coming in second. Turkey in fourth. I'm sorry, in third. In third with 4 points. I don't know. I think it's a little bit iffy, but these are my predictions. This is what I personally believe. I do think is going to happen. Turkey, I can see it going higher in the group, even topping it, but this is what I think. This is a hard group. My personal opinion is the hardest group to predict because they're all pretty even. The next group is another really good group. Germany topping it with 7 points. Ecuador getting 5 points. So again, undefeated. Coming second, and the Ivory Coast with 4 points. So pretty much guaranteed. All those three teams are pretty much guaranteed to go through. Netherlands topping the group with 7 points. Japan winning both games, so getting 6 points. Sweden getting 3 points, coming in third with -1 goal difference, and then Tunisia getting 1 point, sneaking at the last game against Netherlands. That's what I got. Belgium winning the group with 7 points. Iran winning 2 games, getting 6 points. Egypt with 3 points, with a -2 goal difference. So we'll see if that gets them far enough to make it past this group stage. And then New Zealand getting 1 point at the end. We'll see. And then Group H, we got Spain winning winning all 3 games with a +7 goal difference. Yeah, destroying. Uruguay winning 2 games, but with a 0 goal difference, so they got 6 points. Saudi Arabia getting 3 points, but a -3 goal difference. So right now, I don't think they make it through. And then Cape Verde in last place. And then this group, probably the group of death. Yeah, probably the group of death. I think it's a crazy group. We have France winning the group with 7 points, Norway getting 2 wins, 6 points, and then Senegal with 4 points in third place. Iraq not getting any points, unfortunately, just so hard. It sucks for them. And then Argentina also getting all 3 wins in their group, 9 points. Algeria and Austria both getting 4 points, but Algeria going through in second place because of the goals for. They have more goals for. Austria third place, but they go through with 4 points, and then Jordan 0. Then we have Portugal and Colombia both finishing with 7 points, but Portugal going through in first with a better goal difference. Congo coming in third with a -1, so I think that might just be enough to go through. And then we go to the last group. We have England topping the group with 9 points, Croatia 6 points, Ghana coming in third with 3 points, but -2, so I don't know if that's enough. And then Panama, unfortunately, and in the thing. So how does this pan out for the round of 32s? We're gonna come here and see the brackets. Well, we'll just talk about all the scores. It doesn't matter who came through, but these are the scores. Again, I'm not predicting the exact scores I think is going to happen, but I'm going to predict who goes through. Germany versus Turkey, a very good game, but Germany I think is just a little bit too good. I think it's going to be a close game though. Potentially goes to extra time, but Germany edges it, beats them. France versus Sweden. France just has a little bit too much quality for Sweden, so I think they go through. Czech Republic versus Canada. Sorry to the Czechians. Czech is a good team, but similarly to Bosnia or even a Switzerland, I think Canada could definitely win that game. And this it's not in Canada; it's in Los Angeles, as the thing says. But I think Canada will get the results and go through. Again, a little bit of bias, but they got it. They got it. Morocco, Netherlands. Ooh, this one was a toss up. This one was a toss up. Oh my goodness, this one was so hard. Oh, I can see it going either way. Trust me, either way. But overall, I think Morocco just being already in a few tournament settings, I don't think they're gonna go as far as previously, but they're gonna do pretty well. It's gonna be a hard game. I think this goes to maybe even penalties, but I think Morocco goes through. Again, I can see Norway. I can see Netherlands going through too. Colombia, Croatia. This is in Toronto. I got tickets to that match, so I hope as much as I want Colombia to come first, I want Colombia to come second, just for that reason. And against Croatia, I know we played recently and we lost to Croatia, but I think Colombia in a rematch can, especially in a World Cup, Colombia could do it. So I got Colombia beating Croatia. Um, it's gonna be a close match. Croatia could also do it. They've been in a lot of tournaments. They always get results. They always get results. But I think Colombia could do it. Colombia's gonna do it this year. Well, not go all the way, but they're gonna go pretty far and they're gonna do pretty well. Um, yeah, so I got them winning. And then we got Spain, Algeria. In the same bracket as Colombia. But anyways, I got Spain winning it. Spain is just one of the best teams, as I said previously. They're amazing. So it's gonna be hard to beat them. Algeria is a good team. They're gonna pose a good game, but Spain is just gonna do well. They're gonna beat them. And then United States versus Bosnia. I think United States actually they might even do better against Bosnia than Canada does. But yeah, that's a winnable game for the United States, and I got them winning. And then Belgium versus South Korea, hard game for South Korea especially. But again, Belgium is looking pretty good right now. I think they do it. They win the game. And then Brazil Japan, hard game. But Brazil, I think they got it. They're gonna do it. Yeah, I think they win the game. I could see Japan winning it, but Brazil's a little bit too. At this moment, I think they're very good. I think they have a really good coach. They have a good team, young team. They have so many different X factors. The same could be said for Japan in many different ways, but I think Brazil is a little bit too much quality for Japan. Ecuador, Norway, another hard game. I was tossing up, but I think Ecuador is too solid. I think they're too solid, and they've been here more recently than Norway. Been in more tournaments than Norway. They've been doing well in tournaments. They have a little more experience. Their team is very young. I think they got it. I think Ecuador could do it, but I could also see Norway passing. Norway has one of the best attacks in the whole World Cup, but I think Ecuador just beats Norway. It's gonna be a hard one. It's gonna be a hard one. Mexico, Ivory Coast, another crazy game, hard game. I can see Ivory Coast going through. I can for sure, but I think Mexico's taking it very seriously, and I think yeah, they're gonna do well against they're gonna do well this World Cup. They're gonna make their country proud. And this game is in La Ciudad de Mexico, again in front of the crowd. I think that plays a big factor in this. So they're just gonna edge it, but it can go the other way easily. England, the Congo, England versus the Republic of Congo. Again, England is they have too much quality. I think they beat Congo. Argentina, Uruguay. Argentina, I think comfortably beats Uruguay. I don't think there's too much to talk about Uruguay. I don't think they pull an upset. I think Argentina beats them. And then Iran, Paraguay. As you can see here, I got Paraguay going through. I can see Iran doing well, but yeah, I think this is where it ends for Iran and a favorable outcome for Paraguay. I think, and they take advantage of it, go through. And then the last two matches were Switzerland against Austria. I think Switzerland beat Austria, even though it can go both ways. They're both evenly matched teams, I think. But Switzerland, I think overall they do it, and they beat Austria. And then Portugal versus Senegal, great game, great game. But Portugal, arguably one of the best teams on paper and one of the favorites from what I see. So I think they will have too much quality for Senegal. Uh, but it'll be a close game, a difficult game for Portugal. So we'll look at the round of 16. There's gonna be some crazy games. So we already start off with a bang, and this is a hard one. I was tossing up, but I think France has a little bit too much quality for Germany. Oh yeah. First I had Germany going through, but I think France will do it. They just have too many X factors, way too many X factors, and yeah, yeah, they're ridiculous. And then Canada, Morocco. This is a rematch from 2022. We're doing the same group. Can Canada get a result? Yeah, I think Canada can get a result. Will they get a result? Probably not. I think Canada maybe out of 10 games maybe get two results, and I don't think this is the one where they get it. But could they? Yeah, they could. They could. I just think Morocco goes through. Colombia, Spain. This is such a hard game, and Colombia has already beat Spain. They have already beat Spain. But that was their second team, and this is the World Cup. But again, the World Cup, crazy stuff happens. But again, if I have to be realistic, I have Spain going through. Again, I can see Colombia going through 100%, but I have Spain going through. And then United States versus Belgium. I think they played recently as well. Belgium absolutely smacked them, if I'm correct. But yeah, again, I don't think US has enough in this. I don't have enough right now in this current moment to beat Belgium. And Belgium is looking, again, as I said many times, they're looking pretty impressive. So yeah, I have them going through. Brazil versus Ecuador. Hard game, a South American bout. It's like a battle, a battle. Obviously when South Americans clash against each other, it's a whole different thing, and it's gonna be a hard fought game. But again, Brazil is for me they're looking good. I think they're back now. I think they're back. So I think they win it. Mexico versus England. I could see Mexico doing something, especially because in Mexico again. Oh, but if I have to be realistic again, England is a great team. They're very, very solid. They struggle sometimes to score goals, but they're a very hard team to beat. So I think they show their quality. They also go through Argentina, Paraguay. For Paraguay, this is where it ends for them. They get beat by Argentina. They're gonna play a good game because again, another South American bout. South Americans clash. It's always a harder game, but Argentina's gonna prevail and they're gonna go through. And then we have Switzerland, Portugal. Hard game, a good game, but Portugal I think is gonna win pretty comfortably in this match, so they go through. Now we go to the quarterfinals. This is where it gets spicy. This is all good games. I'm pretty from now on. Morocco versus France, Spain versus Belgium. Okay, as you can see, you could already see the results, and then France, Morocco. For Morocco's gonna make it hard for France, but again, France has too much quality. Too much quality. They're scary. They're a scary team to play against. And again, they're gonna make it. I think they make it through Morocco. This is where Morocco's story ends. The last African team too, unfortunately. But they make it pretty far again. They not as far as last time, but make it pretty far. And Spain, Belgium, a great game. I think Spain, they prevail as well. They make it. They're the Euro winners, so they have tournament experience. Tournament experience. Belgium is just bouncing back from not having a great last World Cup, so yeah, I think Spain just has too much for Belgium. Then we go to Brazil, England. Crazy hard game. But yeah, I have Brazil beating England. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I can see England also beating Brazil. I think they had a game recently. What was it? A tie in Wembley or something like that. Yeah. So I know it's different times right now and different stakes. I think Brazil's back. So we'll see. We'll see. And then Argentina, Portugal. We got the Messi Ronaldo clash. In my predictions, I don't know if it happens or not, but hopefully it does. This would be ridiculous. And as you can see, I have Portugal just edging it. I don't think Argentina go back to back. They don't even like go to this. Well, they go pretty far, but they don't go as. Yeah, they don't go to the semifinals at least. I think this is Argentina's end of the road against a really, really strong Portugal that can very well go to the end. We'll see. But yeah, I have them winning. Go to the semifinals. That's where it gets crazy. France versus Spain. Now this is a toss up. I know France is scary for any team, but they're playing Spain. Arguably, these are arguably the best two teams in the world in the current moment. I think Spain edges it. I don't know. I think they have more like a team play. They're just a little bit more clutch in big moments. Not saying yeah. France, I think they bottle certain moments. So I think maybe this is one of the moments where they bottle it. They lose to Spain. Also, they're very hyped up. Both teams are very hyped up. I don't know. I think Spain just edges it. I can go either way though. And then Brazil, Portugal. Oh, yeah, I know, I know, I know. I don't know, I don't know. But I'm feeling about Brazil. I think Brazil, they're gonna do something. It's crazy for me to say, but yeah, I think they knock out Portugal, both Portuguese speaking countries. Again, this could also go both ways. So many results can go both ways, but I think Brazil just edge it. I don't know what about it, but they just edge it. They just do it. The final. We got Spain winning the second World Cup with my predictions. We got Spain winning it in my predictions. This is hard. This is hard. Yeah, but Brazil in this current moment maybe are not strong enough to beat a Spain team that's so experimented already. They've already won the Euros. They've already done so much. So it's gonna be hard for Brazil. But I could see Brazil winning. Again, we'll see. We have to see if this is even the final. I don't think Spain has the best team on paper, but they have a great team. They play so good together. So this very well could happen. I got Spain winning it, but I don't know, man. It could be Colombia. Like Colombia could be Spain. This could be Colombia's trajectories. So just saying, just saying. But anyways, guys, that was my predictions. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think where I messed up? What other teams are you guys thinking? Leave it all in the comments down below. We'll see. The World Cup is about to start in half an hour. Half an hour about to happen. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited too? Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let me know what you guys' thoughts on my predictions are. Let me know what your predictions are. Who's gonna win it? And let's go, world. Let's get this party started. The World Cup started, man. Let's go. Peace.